Hey everybody, Austin here again with another pinball gameplay video. Today it's going to be Ironman by Stern Pinball, released in 2010. This is actually the 2010 version we're looking at. I say that because this was also re-released in 2014 as the Vault Edition with some modifications. The Vault Edition comes with LEDs stock. And it's got some nice red trim on the back box and so forth. It's got a couple other minor differences as well. But again, this is the original 2010 version. I am using LEDs in this machine, but as you guys have probably seen on prior videos, I am using an OCD board, which smooths out the LEDs. So, not to be confused with a Vault Edition Iron Man. So, one quick disclaimer before I start describing how to play the game. If you don't want commentary on this video, just check the description box below or go to my YouTube channel and you can find a non-commentary version of this exact same video. So, with that said, Iron Man is actually a very basic game. It's a very fast and furious game, but it doesn't have the deepest rule set out there. It's never really been known for being the deepest game, but it is a very, very fast game. It is a very fun game. It's a very flowy game thanks to having full orbit shots and 2 ramps, which you can combo into. Right now, I'm actually in War Machine Multi-Ball, and this is one of the 5 main objectives in the game. And to get to a couple of the mini wizard modes in the game, you want to try to start 5 objectives, preferably on a single ball, or multiple balls if you're able to actually fully finish those objectives. And I actually just had a really terrible War Machine Multi-Ball. So War Machine Multi-Ball, again, one of the 5 objectives, you actually light that by hitting the small blue drone stand-up targets. There's one on the left ramp, one on the right ramp, one next to the left orbit, and then one just to the right of that center spinner shot. And when you hit 8 drone targets, you'll light War Machine on that very, very tight kicker shot, which is next to your left ramp. Very dangerous shot, but very fun when you hit it. The ball just flies right back at you, much like other games with kicker shots. Game of Thrones now has one. Last Action Hero has one. And yeah, very fun shot, but it's a very difficult, tight shot. One thing that's good to note about War Machine Multi-Ball is that you can actually stack it with Whiplash Multi-Ball. And if you would like to stack both together, you have to start War Machine first, and then start Whiplash second. So Whiplash is actually 2 stand-up targets with a magnet right next to the right ramp. It's on the left-hand side of the right ramp. And on stock settings, it initially takes 5 hits to start Whiplash Multi-Ball. Again, you can bring that in with War Machine. The third main multi-ball you're going to be playing a lot of is Ironmonger multi-ball. And that's actually currently lit on the center shot. To get it ready, you have to hit the orbits. And I do have the game set to quote-unquote hard mode for the Monger shot anyway. And that just makes it take more hits to get Monger ready. And it also forces me to hit the center shot in order to start it. If you have an Iron Man machine and you haven't configured your game this way, I would suggest doing this because a normal play on stock settings, it only takes a handful of shots to get the Ironmonger up, and you can hit any orbit shot to start that multi-ball, or sorry, bring the Monger up afterwards. And you know what I found when I first got this game, I left it on stock settings, and I was playing Ironmonger multi-ball like 50% of the time. It was just I was playing way too much Monger and not enough of anything else. So I do highly suggest setting your machine like that if you don't currently have it like so. Another goal in the game, aside from Ironmonger and War Machine and Whiplash, basically your 3 multi-balls, you can also hit the side Iron Man stand-up targets. There's 3 separate modes in those Iron Man targets. And we actually just got an Ironmonger multi-ball. But if I recall correctly, I don't have a very good multi-ball. I don't even think I get the super jackpot. But anyway, your first Iron Man target bank is fast scoring. Very similar to Avatar or Rolling Stones, which both share similar rule sets and similar goal sets. Fast scoring is basically just every switch starts off at something like 10 or 15,000 points. And by hitting the Iron Man targets, you can actually raise that value. It's not really a high scoring mode at all, which is why I never really understood why they called it fast scoring, because it's actually not really fast scoring. It's actually really slow scoring. Fast scoring is getting jackpots in multi-ball and whatnot, or hitting bogey ramps. The second Ironman bank is actually really important, though, if you want to try to get some really good points in the game with some clever cascading of modes and whatnot. Second target bank is 2 times playfield for a limited period of time. So that's actually a really good award on the Ironman targets. And that's something you want to try to collect when you get your do or die hurry up, or you get a very valuable wizard mode, or not wizard mode, well, yeah, maybe wizard mode, or a good multi-ball. You know, say you go into Ironmonger multi-ball and you got 2x scoring ready, well, that can get you some good points pretty quickly. The third Ironman target bank is Ironman Scoring, which is kind of like Navi scoring on Avatar, but kind of not really. You have to hit the target banks and you'll get 750,000 points each time. It's really, you know, you really only go for Ironman Scoring if you're trying to finish your insert. And there was a death save right there. Illegal in tournament play, but this is my home machine and my video, so I have a tendency to do it here just for fun. Here's the thumbs up. So yeah, that sort of explains the Ironman targets. Now, each of the 3 multi-balls, again, can be completed. There's a super jackpot in each of the 3 multi-balls. The Ironmonger super jackpot is the easiest to get. All you have to do is hit Ironmonger 6 times. Just watch out for the magnet right in front of the Monger, and then hit up the center for the super jackpot. So that's actually a very easy one to lock in. However, War Machine and Whiplash are quite difficult. War Machine less so than Whiplash. War Machine actually takes 10 total shots to get the super jackpot, I believe. I might be off by 1 or 2. Whereas Whiplash takes something like 19 or 20 shots. Again, might be off by 1 or 2 to get its super jackpot. Ball save on the multi-balls is very limited on this game. It's very short, and I don't think that's adjustable in the menus for the multi-balls. It is adjustable for standard play, just like any typical Stern, but the multi-balls have very, very short ball saves. So if you want to actually complete your War Machine, and in particular Whiplash, you have to be very, very efficient with your multi-balls. Unfortunately, I don't really do that in any multi-ball on this game. I might get the Monger Super Jackpot, but I do not complete Whiplash or War Machine. And War Machine multi-ball is ready. As you can see, the War Machine insert on that far left is flashing. Now, I've actually got Bogey going, and that's the other mode, one of the other biggest modes I wanted to talk about, and that's your ramp mode in the game. So in front of your ramps, you actually have multiple inserts with score values on them. And every time you hit a ramp, you'll collect that score value, and then it'll light the next value. And if you combo the ramps back and forth, the value that you're given is actually doubled. So ideally, if you're trying to play for points, you want to be comboing your ramps and to get the biggest amount of points while you're progressing towards Bogey. And now, what's kind of cool about Ironman, and this is something that you don't really hear a lot of people talking about, but you can stack a lot of stuff together in this game. And unfortunately, I didn't really do it on this game, but sometimes just for fun, what I'll do is I'll get fast scoring ready, and I'll start that. I'll get Bogey ready, I'll start that. And then I'll start War Machine, and then I'll start Whiplash, and I'll have 4 modes running at the same time. And if you do that right, you can actually get a quick 20 or 30 million almost instantly by doing that. Bogey starts off at 500,000 points a shot. It goes up by 50,000 points for every shot, capping out at 1,000,000 points. And you know, if you do something like that and get 2 times playfield going, you can actually get some decent scores pretty quickly. So I've actually got double scoring right now. So my Monger jackpots are actually double. Normally they're 250,000 points, but they're worth 500,000 now. And you know what? I might actually collect the Monger Super Jackpot and get it doubled. I think that might be what happens. And then I think I go straight into Jericho, which is one of the mini wizard modes in the game. For most people, it's going to be the wizard mode. Because there is an ultimate wizard mode for fully completing all 5 modes. And the 5th mode I did not mention are the drone targets. You need the drone targets to light War Machine multi-ball, but you need 28 drones. Yeah, I believe it's 28 drones to actually get that drone's insert completely flashing. So that's not really so much of a mode-based goal that you're going to have with the other modes in the game, but it is a goal if you want to get to the ultimate wizard mode, which is called Do or Die multi-ball. Now, I haven't actually explained the other sort of mini wizard mode called Do or Die, the hurry up, but I'll talk about that in a moment. I don't get it on this game, but yeah, I will explain it, and you guys will see it. So this is Jericho. This is going to be pretty much the main wizard mode for most people, because Do or Die multi-ball is like one of those mythical wizard modes that few ever get to. It's extremely difficult to get to. I do have a video on my YouTube channel here of me getting to it on stream, but this machine is set to easier settings in terms of like outlane posts, and I did have a lot of extra balls turned on, so you know, I kind of played it like that to get to it, so you guys can see that on my on one of my stream archives if you want. So with Jericho, pretty much most of your main shots are lit, and they all have to be hit. So your in lanes, there's about 6 in lane inserts or lane inserts you have to get. You have to hit your ramps 4 times each. You've got to complete your Ironman target banks completely. You've got to hit Whiplash like 5 or 6 times. You got to hit War Machine a bunch of times. You got to hit the drone targets, and you got to hit the Ironmonger 6 times. And then once you're done with that, I believe the center spinner lights, and you can finish Jericho and get a nice jackpot from that. Jericho is really fun, and ideally you want to get into Jericho with 2 times playfield. And to do that, you have to collect the Do or Die hurry up. So ideally, you want to light your 5 modes. You don't have to finish them. If you can light them all on and have them all lit, you'll start or you'll light the Do or Die hurry up on the center shot. Now, if you collect the Do or Die hurry up, you'll immediately go into double playfield for the rest of your ball. And if you've gotten all of your shields, which are denoted in the middle of the playfield, those are those white shield inserts in the center of the playfield. If you get all of those, you'll qualify for Jericho. And if you get your Do or Die hurry up, you'll go straight into Jericho at 2 times playfield. And right now, I'm in just single times playfield. I have no playfield multiplier right now because I did not do the Do or Die hurry up. If you do not finish your modes and you drain like this, like for instance my Ironman light, which is lit, is now going to go out because I drained, unless that was ball 3 and I wasn't paying attention. That wasn't. So now you see my Ironman light went out. So when you start your modes in this game, you really want to finish them. Now finishing Ironman is tough because you don't actually finish it until you get to the 3rd Ironman target mode, which is Ironman Scoring. So that's one that you're never going to have complete until probably towards the end of your game. Now, War Machine, Whiplash, and Monger, again, get the super jackpots on each. You lock those in, so if you drain and you go to your next ball, then you don't have to do them again in order to get to Do or Die multi-ball, which is the big wizard mode in the game. So now right here, I actually just did an War Machine and Whiplash stack. You see the lights are going crazy. Whiplash is lit. And one other thing I forgot to mention, when you start War Machine multi-ball, you can actually hit the War Machine shot again for 20 seconds for an unlimited add-a-ball for that period of time. Very good to know, but it's also extremely difficult to hit because it's the it's the War Machine shot. It's very difficult. So another game that came out shortly after this, Rolling Stones, which kind of gets a bad rap, actually shares much of the same rule set as Ironman, including the War Machine infinite add-a-ball for 20 seconds. However, in Rolling Stones, it's a hell of a lot easier to hit, and as such, that multi-ball is just so much easier to keep going on that game as a result. So I think we're actually pretty much getting close to the end of our game here. But what I did do is I actually played 2 games while recording this, and so I took a snippet from my previous game. It was actually my first game, and I did get to the Do or Die hurry up. and I went into Jericho with double playfield, and I came out. I think I went from like 30 some odd million points to about 110 or 120 million points in about 2 minutes. And so you guys will see how you can really blow the game up by getting your do or die hurry up and then having a really nice Jericho. And so we're going to go right into that from here. There's some other neat little things you can do in the game. Like if you hit all 3 spinners, you'll light each pop bumper, and the pop bumpers will basically be worth a lot more. So if you get the ball up there in multi-ball or something like that, they'll be worth more points. One other thing I wanted to mention is that I do have the game tweaked a little bit. I have the orbit post disabled. So whenever you plunge, the ball's going to go all the way around the orbit. And when you hit the orbits for Ironmonger, normally the post would come up and then feed the ball backwards to you. It doesn't do that now. The ball loops all the way around. And I kind of like that. It makes the game faster, a little more brutal. Depending on your style of play. So I actually started this in Ironmonger multi-ball, but I pretty much drain, and then we're going to go straight into the do or die hurry up the middle. So as you can see, I've got all my 5 inserts lit, and I also have all my shields lit. So if I can get this do or die hurry up, which I do, there you go. So do or die hurry up is worth 35 million on the latest code. It was worth 50 million on older code. So if you've got the Iron Man and it's worth 50 mil, you've got older code. Bam, right up the center, and the hurry up counts down really fast. So you've got to get it right away if you want that 35 million points. But now we're back in Jericho with 2 times playfield. I do not complete this Jericho, but I do get, I think, something like 40 million points out of it. Now, if you really want to blow up the game, you start 2 times playfield right before you start your do or die hurry up, and then that 35 million hurry up can turn into a 70 million hurry up. And then, because you get automatic 2x playfield from completing the hurry up, you'll basically have 4 times playfield for a limited period of time. And if you're in Jericho with 4 times playfield, you're getting over 1,000,000 points per shot. And that's one way to really blow up the game fast. And that's actually probably the fastest way to blow up the game score-wise. So again, the base jackpot for Jericho is about 200 and some odd million, or 200 and some odd thousand points. And again, because I doubled the playfield, everything is worth double that. So I'm getting about 500,000 plus for each shot I'm making. Now, what's cool is when you complete a subset of shots, you get 1,000,000 points. And then if you complete another subset, you get 2,000,000 points. And then if you do another, you get 3,000,000 points. And it keeps going up until you finish all of them. But with double playfield, it goes 2,000,000, 4,000,000, 6,000,000, because it goes 1, 2, 3. And so you can really snowball those points really fast. Like, I'm not getting points just from shooting my shots, but I'm also getting really big points from completing my subsets of shots. And that's how you get the biggest points in Jericho by far, unless you come in with, you know, quadruple playfield. Which takes some setting up, you know, and it takes some good play beforehand to probably get to that point. So, and I've got the special. If you're going to go for the do or die multi-ball, which is, again, extremely difficult, I do recommend setting specials to award extra balls, and I do recommend having your replay award extra balls as well. Otherwise, the do or die multi-ball is just extremely difficult, and you really have to just focus on that if you want to try to get that. Again, mythical wizard mode, very difficult, but it is fun trying to go for it. You do have to play the game quite differently than you do normally. Now, I did want to mention before we finish up here, for those of you guys that want some tournament strategies, you're probably going to want to either do one of 3 things. You're going to either want to do bogeys a lot, which is the ramps. You're going to either want to do Ironmonger a lot, which is pretty easy to get into. And if you can play it out a lot, you can actually get some decent points from it. Or you want to try to get your do or die hurry up. And those are pretty much 3 strategies for tournament scoring. So that's basically it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, check the description if you want to see some non-commentary versions, and feel free to subscribe to my channel here for more pinball gameplay videos. So, alright guys, thanks again for watching. Take it easy.